Good morning, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. Friday, April 7, 2017. It's about 20 minutes before the opening bell. Quick market video here. S&P 500 futures off the lows. Syria, we launched an attack overnight, dropped 0.7% right out of the gate there. We missed half the target, though, on those Tomahawk missiles. 50% of them missed the target, and we dropped 0.7%. Well, this morning, jobs report came out. We missed about 50% of the target there. 98,000 jobs instead of almost 200K. Initial reaction again to the downside, but the dip is getting bought. And why? Well, let's just start with the rate hike odds. They're already starting the dip. September rate hike odds are down to something like 2% from 40% just a week ago. So we're going from that 4 rate hikes in a year down to what, 2, maybe 1, maybe the only one we'll see, depending on how it goes here going forward. We have a lot of uncertainty here. Russia's going to really get pissed about this missile attack in Syria. They already are. But again, we've seen a lot of this action shrugged off. We had the coup back in Turkey last year. S&P 500 futures dropped over 1% on that. We didn't even get 1% on this start of quote-unquote World War III. So just keep that in mind. This market is a lot smarter than you and I. And why is it not down bigger on an event like this? Or why is this nasty jobs report not taking us down here on S&P 500 futures? The price action is doing the talking for us, and the price action has been doing the talking for us since the lows of March 2009. Trend remains to the upside. As much as you want to read all the bearish blogs talking about how just ugly and nasty everything is, sure, this might be a fake bull market built on hot air and myths and unicorns, but the price action's up here. Okay, you can go and talk negatively about the market and the balance sheet of the Federal Reserve and how they're going to shrink it and everything else, but the fact of the matter is we're up here. We're all the way up here. Sure, there's a lot of room to go to the downside, but fighting for that move eventually to come to the downside, I mean, gosh, forget about it. If the market drops 50% from where we are now, you're still 100% higher than we were at the lows of March 2009. So let's look at some charts here real quick. Some upgrades this morning, but let's first start with Snap. I got some 2050 calls late in the trading day yesterday. You can see start the reversal here. Like a move up here to 21, possibly reclaim the 22s early next week. Love to see it get into the mid-20s today. Upgraded this morning, Twilio, TWLO. You can see it really found support yesterday. I looked, there wasn't a lot of unusual option action heading into the upgrade this morning. Early this morning, JP Morgan Chase upgraded the stock, overweight, $36 price target. Could see a short squeeze, something like 26% of the float is in the hand of short sellers. So the float is 26% of the float short. If you look from a longer term perspective, it's really been in the doldrums. I mean, smacked, destroyed, hammered. Each of the rips to the upside has been quickly reversed. But look, we could be at the start of a move, possibly back up to 30, maybe 29.50 today. It's at 28.50 right now before the bell. And another stock that I'm looking for a move to continue to the upside. This move here on ASPS, heavy short interest here as well. 68% of the float is short. Also failed to deliver, meaning shares have been sold in the market, have not been accounted for something like the last 5 trading sessions. So just something to keep in mind here. ASPS, a longer term chart. You can see it's possibly on the start of a breakout here. We get over that 40 level, could really trigger a move up to the 50 and 60 level. April monthlies, it might go out to May as well. I do think this stock is going to continue to move to the upside. We have small caps, IWM. You can see it's in the channel, back in the channel after a break to record highs for the small caps. You can see we hit support recently. Again, like a move, constructive move here for small caps to move up to that 137.50 level. I think we are going to start to see a breakout, especially if we have this conflict going on. The small caps are really going to be the beneficiary as the action is going to stay here domestically in the U.S. Also, let's look at the NASDAQ, which despite all the pullback we've seen for the S&P 500, look at the NASDAQ, new all-time record highs. A pullback from there, and we saw it really the last time it had a sharp pullback was when everything went to record highs. We saw FANG really sharply sell off. Well, we saw the same thing this week. We're starting to see a little bit of the pullback. We saw Amazon new all-time highs. We saw Apple. We saw Netflix. So once we saw all of that, it's kind of a little bit of a profit-taking action that we're seeing with the market. But again, NASDAQ looks very bullish here, possible cup and a handle here for the QQQ. And finally, it's about 15 minutes before the opening bell here, going to get off, but the bond market, TLT, you can see it's running up against resistance here at 122. I believe it's over this level here pre-market. If it does break over that, we're looking for this gap fill at about 128.50 for TLT, the bond market. Again, the continuation of low interest rate policy, which this jobs report might initiate, would be bullish here for the bond market. All right, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. Again, it's about 15 minutes before the opening bell. S&P 500 futures recovering their losses from overnight and also recovering their losses again from the jobs report this morning. Both missed expectations by 50%. All right, I'll see you in the chat room at OptionMillionaires.com. Everyone have a great trading day, great weekend. Goodbye.